Hi friends, this is Gail, Baba of 4, getting ready to go to the dentist. So I thought if I could do this real quick. I was supposed to do it yesterday. And I did do it yesterday, except I was talking to myself because the room ran out, I guess. So I'm probably not going to go into everything that I was going to show you yesterday, but the two main things, because I would like to get them sent. Remember I said my sister's birthday? When I showed you that top, well, I haven't gotten that to her yet. I did want to show you these cups came like this, and someone had told me, you know, it'd be nice to have like a Lazy Susan on my table. And I saw this, and so what I did was I embellished a couple of them. This one was because I didn't know what I was doing, and I used gesso, and I didn't know you're not supposed to use gesso. I've never really used paper on anything, and I see people doing all these boxes with paper, and I'm like, how does that work? Doesn't it get all crunched up and lumpy? And so yeah, it did. So then I had to use all this other stuff anyway. I know we're getting a glare here, I don't know why, but it looks okay. And then she told me to use either Glossy Accents or Mod Podge. Mod Podge. So I did, and it worked out good. And I put a little trim. And let's see. So I'll do the rest. And in the meantime, I bought this Lazy Susan that I've been eyeing. Kind of big, but I've been eyeing it at the antique store, so I finally went and got it. And on the last video, I never finish sentences. I swear, I should really look at them before I send them out. On that lamp, I said I'd gotten 3 bulbs where, well, they're milk glass bulbs. And I did drop my iPad a few times. I have to get another one. So I need to get this part to fit in there. And this was all pretty yesterday, but now it's a mess. Because now I'm rushing. And you know, I said maybe I didn't say, I have a whole thing of tops. I lose tops. I just lost this one. I opened this new thing and I don't know where the top went. It's kind of like socks. So I bought this little thing, and look, it magnetizes. I need everything to do that. Anyway, I had seen, first I saw, I believe it was Maggie, and then I went over to Bianca and Va, and I made one of these tassels that they made. Of course, I have to pick the one. I went through a bunch of them and I was getting impatient, so I had to pick the one with the umbrella. So I tried to put a little stiffy on it and some stuff around it to make it look like one. I don't know whether it does or not. And she kind of had this type of thing going across here. Actually, I had another one, but so I put that on there. I got to use my trim that I like with these on it. But I realized I did it wrong. You're supposed to probably work from the long part up, I imagine. And I put that on first. So everything else was covering it up. So what I did was I just put it on the back and I doubled it. So it worked out okay. Then I took a little of this that I've had left from Layla's shop, and I put it a little longer on the side. So I don't know if everybody can see that. I had a little black doily, and I cut some of it off because this was on there. I think it was her hair. I think that's a hat, but I left that alone. I cut an earring. I put this little rose on there because she had a little flower. And I colored in a little bit pinker her bow. And that's what happens. I start to do one thing and then I look at a video and I do something else. Now I didn't sew it, and I probably won't show you the back because what I did was I put, oh I forget, I took one of the hankies that lady just gives to me. It's the right material, but I cut it too close. So I glued it on, and then underneath I left it open and I stuffed it like with a pencil. This poor arm didn't get much stuffing. Then as I was gluing it, some of the glue was getting stuck to the, so then I kept trimming it. But for the first try, it doesn't look bad. And then these, at Michael's, on the bins, it used to be $1. They used to pick up things. They had like 5 of these always on and tied on a little rack. Well, now they're in the $3.50 thing, so I should have bought more then. And I thought that color, I had this, but I thought this was more appropriate. But I like it. So tell me what you think for my first time. I could have sewed it, I guess. I could have hand sewn it. But I took the lazy way. And let me know if you think that looks like an umbrella. So that was fun. Like I said, I watched Maggie, and then she said Va inspired her, so then I went over to Va's channel and watched hers and made one. Then, this is what I made for my sister so I could get it sent. I started out with this, and I was just going to put this little thing on here to make it easy. Actually, I started with this side. This was going to be the front. And I put this feather on. I love feathers. And I just put this on. And then I put this on. And then I put this on. So as you can see, I kept going. And then I ended up getting all these ideas, so this is the front. I went online and found the sayings that you can get downloaded. And she does quilts. And whenever I tell her I see laces, whether I need them or not, how excited I get. She said, well, that's how it is with fabric. So this saying says, whoever said less is more never had a dessert, and she certainly never bought fabric. But then I folded it over, and this is some of her own materials that she had sent me. That's when I was making something. And so I just kind of layered them to look like a quilt. I cut these out of, I don't know if I showed you that skirt that I bought with all that pretty brown lace. I don't think I showed you a lot of things, but I cut that little flower out of there and the little brown pearls. And this happens to be one of those, I've sent some people some, those plastic things I had, and when I did permanent makeup, I had my name on there, flatter yourself and all that. So what I did was I covered it up with this, and so this will be the pocket that she can put stuff in. As a matter of fact, I had this in there, and this, and one of those little envelopes that I just love, for Lori, and I put her name on there. And I'll stick a few other things in. And then it says Elaine's. I put this here. Quilting. And I took one of the cutouts that I made. Vitelli's lives up the street, and she let me use a lot of her cutter, her Tim Holtz cutter things, whatever they are called. And the one I really like because it makes this form. It makes this spool, and it makes a button. But I didn't look for the button at the moment. So I kind of thought that was really cute. And I think it'll be more to her liking since she's not into really shabby chic. And then I had bought a skirt and a top at Goodwill. It was such a pretty material. And I cut this lace, and I just gathered it and glued it there. And then I put this purple bag in. Oh. So, that's really the things I've been waiting to show you so I could get this in the mail. I left them downstairs, but I did a whole bunch of them. I mean, a bunch of these. And I'll put a few more things in there. But I thought that came out pretty cute. And it was easy. Thing is, you just keep getting ideas. And these were really the only letters I had that I thought would fit on here, so I used them. And this is one of the little, I put a button on here, then I put one of the cut buttons that I had made from the die cut in a little flower. And, whoa, 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 whoa. And then, like I said, that's the other side. It's plain. I just wanted to show you. And I really love this. Of course, I bought a new printer, and it's PhotoSmart, so I figured it was PhotoSmart. But whenever I try to download from online right to my computer, it will only take the small pieces of photo paper. It won't take the big pieces. So it cuts off part of it because I did some other ones. So I guess what I need to do is sit down and read the book. And this was, I think in the other one I showed you what I was looking for, and I found it. Well, it was that trim that I was going to put on here, but I couldn't find it. Why I stuck it back there, I don't know. But I buy everything with trim, even, you know, the, well, maybe you can see it hanging on my door. On my door. Tie back, I don't know. But I buy those, so I can only use those for fringe also. So I buy a lot of stuff that has fringe attached to it. Except when I go find it, I can't find it. Well, in the other room, it still has a bunch of stuff in it. And there was that rack I had all the fringe on. And it's still in there, and I must have taken that piece off. So, let's see, I'll show you my big eyes. I don't think I showed it. Look at that. And there were some colored ones and some smaller ones, because I like them with the shakers. And then this was just something I'm sending my sister also. And what else? I think I showed you all I probably have 20 pieces now of milk glass. And I just keep finding more. When I went to that really little skimpy thrift shop the other day, coming home from getting my hair cut, well, about a month or two ago, I found like 6 pieces. Of course, they're not all different, but I still like them. And I just got done cutting my hair because I couldn't stand it. It was too long. And the girl's father just died, and I didn't want to call her. So if you see in the back that it's crooked somehow, tell me. Because it's really hard to see in the back. So I'll go to the dentist, and I'll take my scissors, and I'll say, do you see anything back there? Would you trim it for me? Really, I will. Let me see. I think that's it. Now, I said I was going to do the scratch off while you were on here. Maybe you'd give me luck. One time I won $1,000. This is a $10 scratch off. And let's see if we win anything. I haven't won anything in a long time. I only buy them once in a while. But 29, 34, 2, 14, 9, I don't know, I'm in a funk. 21, 18, 28. I like at least if I win as much as I pay for the card. 8, 16, 39, 11, 4, 7, 12. Nope, I'm just not lucky lately. Usually I'll ask them. The beginning, like from 1 to 10, usually you get a winner. But lately I've just been saying, what the heck. I'll just leave it up to whoever, gives it to me. I realized I went through my room kind of quickly before because I really didn't plan on doing it. So when I'm done, and believe me, I still have plenty of stuff in the other room to put away. And I got, you know what I got also? I got this, oh, jeez. This is what I was talking about. Can you see it? I found one of these for $4 at Goodwill. And I've been looking for one. Because I can sit on my bed, actually, if I want to. Don't forget, there's nobody here, and I can pretty much do what I want to do. And at Goodwill the other day I got these, no, it wasn't Goodwill, these pillows. I got them mostly because of this stretchy kind of material. But for a while I thought I'd keep them on my couch. And I had gotten this cover, and I had a bunch of those little pillows. And I finally found a use for that humongous flower I made. I put it on here. So, eventually, and I think I showed you this. Isn't that pretty? I got that at the one antique store. I know I have a lot of things that I don't think I probably showed you, but I forget. I come home, I try to figure out something to do with them. And I don't think I showed you these gloves. I showed you the gloves, but I don't know if I showed you these from that Le Chic boutique up the street. Now, I said, I don't know if I had said anything about them, but I didn't realize there was this ring here. So I think you could wear them on your feet. You know, you see those shoeless things. Or you could wear them on your hands or gloves. Aren't those pretty? And it would go on your ring, on your finger, and then just go up the glove. And I bought another one. I bought them because they were so blingy and they weren't expensive. And they're always very nice to me, give me good deals. Of course, I'm always buying stuff. It's one of those antique malls where everybody has their own little cubicle. Oh my goodness. It's 5 to 2. My appointment's at 2. So, I think it is time to say adios. But tell me what you think of her. Does that look like an umbrella? I took some stiffy and I tried to do this a little. I mean, someone who doesn't do crafts wouldn't know. And this was material I took because the picture had like the same color going across. And because I screwed it up, not going all the way around, I put this on to kind of cover it up. And I hope those earrings don't look too like they stand out too much. And this poor arm looks a little flat. But like I said, who else will notice? Okay. The dentist is going to hate me. It's the periodontist. I have to go 4 times a year, and I'm lucky. So, I wanted to get that done because I promised I would do it yesterday. And I will see you all later. And I hate to get my teeth clean, so wish me luck. Okay, talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.